Hey guys, what's up? Danny here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys an update on the Ukraine-Russia war. The Russian foreign minister's family visited Georgia despite sanctions, president says, sparking protests. Police removed several people Saturday outside the Karely Lake Hotel in the country of Georgia, where relatives of Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov were reportedly staying, according to Georgian public broadcaster First Channel. The opposition United National Movement Party held a protest outside the hotel in northeastern Georgia to express their anger following local media reports that Lavrov's relatives were staying there. Videos posted on social media showed violent scenes of police officers roughly grabbing protesters gathered outside the hotel. In one video, police officers can be seen holding a protester by the throat. Georgian media reported that Lavrov's relatives had traveled to Georgia for the wedding of the brother of Lavrov's son-in-law, Alexander Vinokurov. Lavrov's daughter, Ekaterina Vinokurova, who is married to Vinokurov, has been sanctioned by the UK, the United States, and Canada. Tensions are already high this week after direct flights between Russia and Georgia resumed Friday, lifting restrictions imposed in 2019. The move was condemned by the country's president, Salom Zurabichvili, who holds a largely ceremonial role and has opposed the government's alignment with Russia. Zurabichvili expressed disbelief Saturday that the Georgian government didn't know that the daughter of the highest ranking official from Putin's immediate circle, who was under sanctions, had entered Georgia for the wedding, First Channel said. The president said she had been informed by a government official that the family has now left the country, but she urged authorities to heed the lists of Russian individuals sanctioned by Georgia's partner countries. Russian Defense Ministry declares victory in Bakhmut, while Ukraine insists it's still fighting for the city. Russia's Ministry of Defense claimed Saturday that it has seized the eastern Ukrainian city of Bakhmut, echoing claims from the Wagner mercenary group that officials in Ukraine have so far disputed. Calling the city by its Soviet Russian name, the ministry said, as a result of offensive actions by Wagner assault units supported by artillery and aviation of the U group of forces, the liberation of Artyomovsk has been completed. Wagner's chief claimed his troops had completely captured the city earlier Saturday, while Ukraine's deputy defense minister insisted fighting continued, with Kiev's forces holding on to the city's westernmost edge. In recent reports from the front, Ukraine's military had focused on progress made in areas surrounding the city, while Wagner forces had said that they're consolidating territory closer to the city center. So, what do I really think about the Ukraine-Russia war right now? Well, I do think that it's definitely not as serious as it used to be. But I do think that, it's still pretty bad, obviously, with all the weapons coming down. But if you take a look at the price of diesel, which Russia makes most of the diesel, right? The price of diesel has dropped significantly. It used to be like $6, now it's like $3.50 or something. Especially in my area, it's literally almost the same price as regular gas, and it's cheaper than the 93 premium and the 89 gas. So it sits between the 89 and the 87, which is actually very important. Diesel, Russia produces most of it, and so that's why I think that the war is definitely not as serious as it used to be. If diesel is so cheap right now, right, that just says a lot that Russia has ran out of a lot of weapons, and they're still bombing Ukraine, but not to the extent that they used to. International Criminal Court denounces Russian arrest warrant for one of its prosecutors. International Criminal Court leadership expressed deep concern over the arrest warrant issued by Russia's government for one of the court's prosecutors this week. In a statement Saturday, the ICC called Russia's actions against prosecutor Karim Khan acts of intimidation and unacceptable attempts to undermine the mandate of the International Criminal Court to investigate, sanction, and prevent the commission of the gravest international crimes. The court's oversight and legislative body, the Presidency of the Assembly of State Parties, stands firmly by the International Criminal Court, its elected officials, and its personnel, the statement reads. We reiterate our full confidence in the ICC as an independent and impartial court of law, the statement added. The ICC said in a separate statement Saturday that it is aware and profoundly concerned about unwarranted and unjustified coercive measures reportedly taken against ICC officials, notably the prosecutor of the court and the judges of pre-trial chamber 2 by the authorities of the Russian Federation. Some context: in March, the ICC, whose jurisdiction is not recognized by Russia, issued a warrant for the arrest of Russian President Vladimir Putin and another Moscow official, Maria Lvova Belova, alleging they were involved in the deportation and re-education of Ukrainian children in Russia. Later in March, Russia's investigative committee opened a criminal case against the ICC judges Tomoko Akani, Rosario Aitala, and Sergio Godinez, as well as Khan. On Friday, Russian state news agency TASS reported the Russian Ministry of Internal Affairs had issued an arrest warrant for Khan. Biden will meet with Ukraine's Zelensky in Japan on Sunday. U.S. President Joe Biden is set to meet with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky in Hiroshima, Japan, Sunday, underscoring U.S. support for Ukraine as top U.S. officials herald the Unified Group of Seven summit. We do expect that the president will have a bilateral meeting with President Zelensky, a senior administration official told reporters, adding that the meeting will be a little bit after 2 o'clock p.m. local time. Biden, the official said, will continue to reiterate the United States' firm and resolute support for Ukraine going forward. The official pointed to a powerful statement of unity from the G7 countries standing against Russia's invasion of Ukraine at this week's summit, including sanctions and the announcement of a joint effort to train Ukrainian pilots on F-16 aircraft, efforts that were spearheaded by the U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. Asked about the possibility of China playing a role in ending Russia's war, the official said that the U.S. hopes Chinese President Xi Jinping views this week's summit as a signal of resolve. We would hope that President Xi and the People's Republic of China extract from what they've been seeing here is that there's an awful lot of resolve to continue to support Ukraine, as the G7 continues to say, for as long as it takes, and that China could have a meaningful role in helping end this war, the official said. Biden is also expected to have a trilateral meeting with South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol and Japan Prime Minister Fumio Kishida early Sunday afternoon local time. The official called the relationships a priority for Biden. The leaders will discuss security, economics, and other topics. Remember, the G7 compromises the world's most advanced industrial democracies, the U.S., and the entire West. So Pope entrusts Cardinal with Ukraine peace mission. So Bakhmut was the main area that has been getting bombed. In pictures, Ukraine's unsung heroes, the Iron People. Just people that are working here. Let me see. Zelensky says Ukraine is coordinating on weapons, air defense, and fighter jets with allies after G7 talks. That's a very, very important thing, and this is the main thing that could really help out Ukraine in the long term and actually make sure that Ukraine wins at the end of the day. And yeah, that's kind of my update for today. So CNN's Aaron Burnett reacts to being banned from Russia along with hundreds of other Americans. Yeah, so current attacks on Ukraine by Russia. Here I'm gonna just show you guys a map. Let me show you guys a quick map. Hold on. So it looks like the long-range Storm Shadow missiles provided to Ukraine by Britain have been used. Let's see. Yeah, so Russia definitely bombed Kiev a lot, and it also bombed Bakhmut, right? So, let's just take a look at where exactly this is. So it's located right here. Wow, that is very, very far. So it's a very, very small city. It's definitely nothing too major to conquer. As you can tell, there's a couple side streets here, but overall, the population of it is really small, and um, it's very, very, very far east, right? It's literally further east than Donetsk itself, which kind of says a lot that you know Russia really isn't making that much of like big wins and stuff. And again, like I mentioned, the price of diesel, it's not even that much. So yeah guys, that's my update for today. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great day and peace out.